As they made their way back into the lands of the wolves, a sense of unease settled over the bison. The eagle, too, felt it. The air had changed, heavy with darkness. Their instincts proved true. The dark spirit appeared before them, its presence casting a cold shadow over the land. The wolf pup, still young and uncertain, instinctively moved behind the bison and the eagle, knowing they would protect him. The dark spirit sneered. "Oh, how touching! Did you really think I would let you return so easily?" His voice oozed malice, his twisted smile spreading across his face. The bison's deep voice rumbled, strong and unyielding. "I know who you are, serpent." The dark spirit's smile widened. "I'm glad you remember me, bison, and my old enemy." "Serpent, stand aside," the bison commanded, his voice filled with ancient authority. "We will guide the wolf pup back to his family." The serpent's eyes gleamed with wicked amusement. "Oh, bison, you cannot erase the darkness, no matter how hard you try. I will not let you pass." The bison's gaze remained steady, his voice calm but powerful. "I know what you fear, serpent. There is one greater than me, the Great Spirit, creator of all living things. He created you as well before you lost your way. You rebelled, and now you seek only destruction." The serpent's smile faltered, and a flash of rage burned in his eyes. "You do not speak of him." The eagle, silent until now, stepped forward, his wings bristling with energy. His voice cut through the air like a crack of thunder. "Serpent, remove yourself from our path, or face my wrath." The dark spirit hissed, his smile returning, though laced with venom. "Ah, Thunderbird, my old adversary, we have fought since the dawn of creation." The eagle's eyes gleamed with fierce intensity. "You know what I am capable of, serpent. Leave before my patience runs out." "Make me," the serpent hissed, his voice low and dangerous. The wolf pup, still standing behind the bison, was filled with confusion. He didn't understand the ancient words being exchanged. Who were these beings? Were the bison and the eagle older than the world itself? And the serpent, was he truly the dark spirit they spoke of? But the time for questions had passed. The confrontation was about to begin. The serpent began to shift and twist, his form growing larger and darker, until his true shape emerged, a colossal horned serpent. His scales shimmered with an unnatural blackness, and his eyes gleamed with malice. He reared up, towering above them, and let out a bone-shaking roar that echoed through the heavens. The wolf pup's heart pounded as he watched, terror and awe mixing in his chest. He had never seen anything like this. A battle of gods, between forces he could barely comprehend. But the bison remained calm. With a mere thought, he sent the serpent and the others to an empty, desolate place, far from the lands of the wolves. The air around them changed, the landscape shifting to a barren, otherworldly wasteland where no life stirred. The eagle stood beside the wolf pup, but his form began to change as well. His feathers shimmered with crackling energy, growing brighter and more intense, until the eagle was no longer just a bird. He was a thunderbird, a colossal being wrapped in the fury of 1,000 storms. His body surged with lightning, and the sky above him roared with thunder. The wolf pup could only watch in stunned silence as the two titanic beings faced each other, the thunderbird and the horned serpent. The bison stood watch, his eyes vigilant as the air crackled with tension. The wolf pup trembled but could not look away. He was witnessing a battle between good and evil, forces that had existed long before his time. It was terrifying, but it was also magnificent, and so the battle began. The clash between good and evil shook the earth itself. The eagle, armed with its fierce claws and sharp beak, wielded the storms like weapons, lightning crackling around him. The serpent, its fangs dripping with deadly venom, coiled and struck, its massive horns tearing through the air. Each blow they traded sent tremors across the land, shattering mountains and splitting the earth beneath them. As the battle raged, the bison turned to the wolf pup, his voice calm amidst the chaos. "There are forces beyond our control, young one. Things we cannot fully understand. These forces carry both good and bad within them. Good, because there is always something greater watching over us. Bad, because we cannot predict what the higher being will do when the spirits face judgment." The wolf pup's eyes were fixed on the fight, trying to make sense of the bison's words, but his mind was caught in the awe of the battle unfolding before him. The bison continued, his gaze never leaving the fight between the eagle and the serpent. "The Great Spirit, the creator of all things, watches over everything. He judges us not by our power, but by our deeds, whether they be good or bad. That is why we must always follow the path of goodness, to extend our hand to those who are lost. If we do not, the cold touch of evil will consume them, leaving only ice and death in its wake." The pup listened, though he still struggled to understand the depth of the bison's words. His heart raced as he watched the battle, the skies flashing with the fury of the eagle's lightning and the ground trembling beneath the serpent's strikes. He felt both fear and awe, unsure of what this fight meant for him or for the world he was only beginning to understand. The battle raged on. The serpent coiled its massive body around the eagle, crushing him in a vice-like grip. Bones cracked under the serpent's strength, and the dark spirit laughed, mocking the eagle. "Weak, pathetic," the serpent hissed with cruel amusement. But the eagle's fury only grew, and with a deafening roar, the thunder in the skies answered him. With a surge of strength, the eagle broke free from the serpent's grasp. His talons, sharpened by lightning, struck down, smashing the serpent into the ground. He roared to the heavens, the sky raging with thunder as the storm echoed his wrath. The serpent, battered and defeated, tried to slither away, but the eagle wouldn't allow it, continuing his relentless assault. The serpent, however, had one last trick. With a swift motion, he spat venom into the eagle's eyes, blinding him. Taking advantage of the moment, the serpent slithered back, laughing darkly. "This is not over. Mark my words, I will destroy you." Before the serpent could retreat further, the bison appeared. With a mere thought, he banished the serpent back to his dark realm. The wolf pup, watching in awe, glimpsed the true extent of the bison's power, while the eagle furiously wiped the venom from his eyes, frustrated that the serpent had escaped. "There, my friend," the bison said in a calming tone, "the battle is over, but the war has not yet ended. Come now, the wolf pup's family awaits him." The eagle, still fuming, nodded. "I will destroy that serpent one day. Only then will the world know peace." The bison turned to him with wisdom in his voice. "Compose yourself, my friend. When the serpent returns, we will be ready." The eagle's rage slowly subsided, and he nodded with respect. "Yes, wise one, we will be ready." As they approached the Valley of the Wolves, the other wolves lifted their heads, seeing the bison and the eagle approaching with the wolf pup by their side. The father, mother, and 3 sisters rushed forward, their eyes wide with joy and relief. "I believe the little one belongs here," the bison said with a gentle smile. Tears of happiness filled the eyes of the wolf pup's family as they embraced him, grateful that he had returned to them, safe and sound. The pup, once lost in darkness, was now back where he belonged. But the bison and the eagle could not stay. The eagle, his wings still crackling with power, spoke first. "Wolf pup, son of the alpha, it is time for us to go." The wolf pup's heart sank, and he pleaded with them to stay. But the bison, his voice calm and reassuring, spoke softly. "We will always watch over you and your family, son of the alpha. Your life is filled with many wonders and many challenges, but no matter what lies ahead, never give up hope." The wolves howled, sending their gratitude and farewell to the bison and the eagle, their voices echoing through the valley. With a final nod, the great spirits vanished into the air, leaving only the quiet of the valley behind. And so the tale of the wolf pup, who once was lost, came to a close. Through guidance, perseverance, hope, and love, the wolf grew into a fierce and wise alpha. He ruled his pack with both compassion and strength, never forgetting the lessons learned from the spirits who guided him. And in time, he became the protector of his family, a leader who understood both the weight of power and the warmth of love. A warrior died but once, a coward many times.